Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of the SWUS. MLB Tuesday. We got 15 games on the board. I'm doing an AL East matchup here. Yankees are on the road in Toronto. Let's do it.
Welcome to the SWUS. The SWUS. SWUS. Hey, get the SWUS.
All right, so like I said, you got the Yankees on the road up in Toronto. This is the second game of this series. First one's actually still in the 8th inning right now, so we'll have to wait and see before we pull the trigger on it. Toronto's looking like a plus 100 short home dog here, total at 8.5. Pitching matchup, we got Carlos Rodon on the mound for the Yankees. Yusei Kikuchi on the mound for Toronto. Let's take a quick look at the spreadsheet, and according to the model, we're looking at 4-2 Toronto after 5 innings. Final score 6-5 Toronto. So lean towards the Blue Jays and the over, according to the model. Let's start with the matchup for Kikuchi against the Yankees offense, and he's been really good against the Yankees. In his last 6 starts against the Yankees, he's 3-0 with a 2.27 ERA, a whip under 1, a 1.14 home runs per 9. Even with the additions to the Yankees lineup, the current Yankees bat still just a 722 lifetime OPS, 239 average, and a 23.4 strikeout rate against the Kikuchi, and that's through 124 plate appearances, so a big sample size. I will say, though, Kikuchi just pitched against the Yankees. That was 10 days ago. So they're going to see him for the second time in less than 2 weeks. A lot of times that favors the lineup, just seeing his stuff twice in such a short period. On the season, the Yanks have been pretty good against left-handed pitching. They're 5th in WRC+, 2nd in on-base percentage. They're back at 23rd in isolated power, though, so the power hasn't really been there. But it's really been hit or miss for the Yankees against lefty starters here. There's been 6 lefty starting pitchers to pitch against the Yankees so far, 4.50 ERA and a 1.77 whip, so those are bad numbers. The Yankees have got to lefty starters, but if you look at the runs allowed, 4.01703. So, yeah, they've gotten to some lefties. They've also been shut down by some lefties as well. One of those lefties that shut the Yankees lineup down was Kikuchi on April 5th at Yankee Stadium. 5 1/3 inning pitch, just 4 hits, 2 walks, and no earned runs. It was a great outing for Kikuchi on the road. And now he's back at home in Toronto, where not only is the Yankees lineup less dangerous, they're much better at home in Yankee Stadium, but Kikuchi's better at home as well. You can see WOBA's down at home, strikeout to walk rate is up, whip is down at home, expected FIP down at home. Kikuchi's better at home, and the Yankees lineup is worse on the road. So overall, the matchup between Kikuchi and the Yankees lineup just comes down to your personal preference. Numbers-wise, he should pitch well against the Yankees, but if you incorporate the fact that the Yankees lineup just saw him, these bats just saw Kikuchi 10 days ago, it could get dangerous. So personally, I think the Yankees bats will get to Kikuchi despite the numbers saying otherwise. The other matchup is Carlos Rodon against the Toronto offense. He's been really good to start the season. Through 3 starts, he's got a 1.47 ERA. He's got a 5.08 expected FIP, though, which, if you're new to baseball metrics, that means he's gotten pretty lucky to have that ERA. That's indicating he should have given up a lot more runs than he has. And now he's pitching against a Toronto lineup that can definitely hit lefties. Toronto's lineup against righties, we have to pump the brakes a little bit. They definitely can't be trusted, but against left-handed pitching, they've been solid, and this dates back a couple years. On the season, they're 7th in WRC+, 10th in isolated power, 11th in on-base percentage. Now, the current Blue Jays bats actually have terrible lifetime numbers against Rodon, just a 566 OPS and a 200 average, but they haven't seen him since 2021. And back then, Rodon was a much different guy than he is now, back when he was on the White Sox, so I wouldn't read too much into these numbers. Carlos Rodon's worst splits is on the road against righties. Since last season, so last season and this season, he's got a 6.47 ERA, a 3.89 WOBA, 2.5 home runs per 9, a 1.66 whip, and a 5.72 expected FIP. So those are awful numbers on the road against right-handed bats. The reason I bring that up, Toronto is set to have 8 righties in their lineup for this one. So as much as I'm worried about the matchup for Kikuchi, I think the Yankees lineup will get to him. I'm also really worried about the matchup for Rodon as well. I think Toronto gets to him as well. So I think we're going to see some runs here, maybe a slight edge towards Toronto. As far as the bullpens, tough to make a call right now. I mean, the Yankees definitely have the better bullpen, but like I said, that game is in the 8th inning right now, so I'll have to wait and see how the bullpen usage shakes up. But the Yankees should have the edge here. They have the much better bullpen, and Hamilton should be available because he's not going to be available tonight. So I think it's a Yankee spot. They should definitely have the edge in innings 6 through 9. But I don't know with the price if it's worth a bet. It'll be Yankees or over. Actually, let me see if the total's moved since I looked at it earlier. Nah, oh no, there's 8.5s open. You know what? I think the over at 8.5 is the move. Give me the over. Over 8.5, slight lean towards Yankees, but I like the over more. If you want my top bets for MLB or NBA, or you want the top bets for anyone on the staff here, head over to KyleKirms.com. They're all posted right there on the homepage. There's also a link to join our Discord there on the homepage as well. If you're interested, let's have ourselves a nice Tuesday here. Live show, 4 p.m. Eastern time. We'll go through every single baseball game on the board with Toast and Prop Beaver. If you're able to make it, we'd love to see you in the comments. Let's have ourselves a good one. Bet responsibly, and I'll talk to you in the Discord.